This is Character Asked It. You already know Character did it, and I am here with the legendary Steve Strange and his wonderful lady, Nikki. Nick. I know your IG. I know you do hair, but tell us about both y'all selves, man.
You go first.
So I mean, I do a little bit of music, do a little bit of production. I manage a few artists, and I do music reviews on YouTube twice a week, at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to do a little bit of everything. Really, really into music though, and getting more into content creation.
Hell
Trying
yeah.
to dip into that.
And Nikki, Nick, what
All
do I
right.
call you? What do I call you?
You could just call me Nick. I mean, it doesn't matter,
Okay.
honestly. But I basically do hair. But I do music too. I dabble. I like to not really be the center of attention,
I didn't
but
know
I
that.
do
Okay.
dabble. Yeah, so I do sing, but that's all I do. I don't do any like instruments or anything like that.
I have my list of questions, but you all are like a super unique kind of situation because y'all have lived a life. You've done music reviews, you've done the social media hustle. Tell me, where did it begin? And you all have been doing it together for like the whole time, correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tell me
So
the story. What happened?
when we kind of first got together, I had a music project with like six, seven other people,
Yeah.
and I had rented a house, and we all lived in this house with the goal, the goal being to just produce music all the time, just keep constantly
Crazy.
creating. And it worked for a little while, but then it kind of turned into everyone's the best in their own way, and parties 24/7, a lot of drugs, alcohol.
Yeah.
Just it wasn't good for longevity. So and we never really focused on any social media or anything
That
at
wasn't really a
that time. We
thing.
just wanted to get our music
What
recorded.
year
Yeah.
was this?
This was probably
Oh wait.
2000, no,
No.
2013,
Yeah,
2012.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, social media was
It
becoming a
wasn't like
real significant thing of this, but it wasn't what it is today.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we just didn't really keep up with any of that kind of stuff, and by the time it all degraded, it just exploded in our faces. So I
Yeah.
kind of took that as like a what not to do and what to do, and then just kind of focused on what to do. And yeah, I ended up on YouTube and trying to do a little bit of live streaming, a little bit of content creation. I always liked editing and creating like short films or commercials, just like funny shit. So it was just like a natural kind of path.
How did you start on the content creation?
I mean, like even back in middle school, high school, me and my friends
Yeah.
used to make videos. Uh, on the big camcorders, we would do like the cheap, quick edits. Uh, I just always like found that fun. So once YouTube came around, I had multiple accounts that just sat there. I didn't do anything with. I know a lot of people used to do that, where you post like 5, 6 videos to your personal channel and then another channel. So I have a lot of like random shit out there, but I just finally decided to focus on one.
Okay, so but how did you end up wanting to rent that house and just have a group of people focus on music? What led you to that?
I honestly couldn't even tell you. Just like,
Well, it started off honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna be real.
go
Like
ahead.
you got kicked out, and honestly, I was just that girl. Like I'm your down girl. Like you getting kicked out, I'm following you wherever you go.
Hell
So
yeah.
we ended up having our friend live there, and they were getting rid of the house. So this guy was like, if you could do some work on the house, I'll give you the house like for free rent for like I think it was like what 6 months or 4 months.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting like a few guys in the house. There was like 7 dudes and me. Horrible, crazy experience. But there was so much talent there. And like it just sucks because I think it was like a social experiment. Like you have like 7, 8 guys in one house, and the first time that they have like what is it? Like your first time getting like freedom.
True freedom.
True freedom, and no one telling you what to do. Plus,
Excess. Full
yeah,
true
no
excess.
rent. Like you could do whatever the hell you wanted. And then there was like an excess amount of drugs and alcohol and whatever. So I think it just kind of got wild. But I will say we still have the video footage from back in the day. Like a lot of footage.
I really want to make some kind of documentary out of it or
Bro,
something.
that
Man.
would
It was
be so cool,
wild.
man. I'd love to help y'all with that for real.
Yeah, that's like the next,
Yeah.
that's in the works.
Hell
but-
yeah, hell yeah. It was a little bit of passion, it was a little bit of desperation, but really, uh, it fell off. But you never stopped the hustle.
No, even before that, I've been trying to create music and just put things out since I was 10, 11 years old.
Why? How did that start? I mean, you know, how old are you?
I'm 33 now.
Okay, so yeah, you're around my age, and you know, I'm 35. But what that 10 or 11, when you know, when we were 10 or 11, people thought you were just crazy if you were
Oh yeah.
working on music at all, interested in becoming a superstar, you know, whatever. So what motivated you? What made you want to start working on music when you were 10 years old?
Uh, I mean, it was just always something that like just was inside that I just felt like I needed to get out, whether it was like rock music or blues or hip hop, whatever it was, and it was always like something different. But
You
I-
grew
it
up
was-
in the church, honestly, and like they were always on stage. You know what I mean? So I think that had a lot to do with it. I don't think you
yeah,
wanted
no,
to
I was
continue
I
with
was
the
a
church
part of a lot of like church plays and stuff like that.
Sure.
So the being on stage kind of was that rush, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was okay. I kind of like this.
And your
I get-
mom was talented too.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. That's absolutely, like, I've talked to a lot of people who, you know, I talked to a guy the other day who said, you know, he's a drug addict, and he's performed 4 times, and he did it sober by choice all 4 times
Oh yeah, I
because
saw
it's
that.
enough of a rut. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there is that magic to music, and there's that beautiful thing. But that does kind of lead me to the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about. You know, Steve, you talked about a lot in your streams, and Nick, I know that you were there for it. Um, you were fucking wild for a long time. Is that not correct?
Yes, sir. Some would say a trash bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trash
that's what
bag.
you called yourself. You know, like so I don't
Wild.
know. Like, tell me about what led you to that, and then I mean, Nick, I'd love to hear your perspective too, because I'm sure there were some trying times.
Yeah.
You know, and y'all are, man, I don't know. I see y'all on your streams, and you are unapologetically yourselves, and but you're clearly a team, you know. So y'all been through some shit. So Steve, like, tell me about the things you went through, and then Nick, I'd love to hear what your perspective of it.
So yeah, when I was like 15, I was going through like a really rebellious, angry phase, and it got me kicked out probably around like 16,
Yeah.
late 16, almost 17. Got kicked out of my house. I was living in my truck for a while down by the ocean,
Mm.
and I was just kind of like I had nothing else going for me, and I just figured like whatever, like I'll just do whatever I want. So I started living in this house over here in South River, New Jersey. It's real like not too nice place.
Yes, crap.
And just you can get everything anywhere. You know what I mean? You can go down to the Krausers and buy a 40 ounces a bag of something. So, you know, I just did whatever I felt was right. And up till that point, I was always brought up in like this church kind of mindset. My whole family was like super Christian, and it was always like weed is the same as coke, is the same as heroin,
Yeah.
and all of it will kill you right away.
Yep.
And I smoked a little bit of weed, and I was like, oh, this is nice, and I'm not dead.
Yeah.
You know, and then I popped a couple of these, and I'm like, oh, this is nice, and I'm not dead.
Oh,
And I drank a case while I'm popping these. I'm not dead. So it was just kind of like I've been lied to. Now I can just do whatever I want. And I remember specifically this one night. I'll never forget this night. But I thought my friend was chopping up something that was Percocet. It was not. It was oxys. That was the first time I snorted oxys. And I took that to the face, and I remember I like levitated and I floated down these stairs. I was back in my apartment and I blacked out. My friend had to catch me from cracking my head. And literally that day, I never touched anything like that ever again.
Damn.
It wasn't even like and I'd been doing it for years and years. It was just like, I can't do this. This is not good for my soul.
Right.
So thank God that happened, because I know, like that's like the hardest thing to get out
How
of.
long was that phase?
4 or 5 years.
Whew.
4 or 5 years.
And Nick,
Yeah.
you were there the whole time.
I wasn't there for that stuff, but I will say it like dragged on to like when we started dating, like when I was 15. And then I don't know, like I don't think I knew the half of it. I was super innocent going into it. Like looking back at pictures, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me that I didn't see that? Like, am I
You live and
okay?
learn. You live and
Yeah,
learn.
but like I don't know, like I felt like now like I always just saw the good in him in those moments, and I never wanted the drugs to take over because I never did anything. Like I barely even drink. I smoke weed, but like that's really it. Like I never did anything else. Even when I was in that house, I kind of was just always like
You're like the mother
watching.
bear kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It drove me insane, but like, you know, I don't know, like watching it happen, it was like very like stressful because it's like you can't talk to people when they're not in that right state of mind. Um but as like each year went on, like he would let something else go and like something better would come into his life, and he would let something else go and something better would happen. And like I mean, looking at him now at 33, I'm like, look how much you've accomplished, and like with all the stuff that you let go, like look how much has came your way. I mean, especially with the YouTube channel and stuff.
Well, the biggest thing with all that was I had done so many projects up until the point of the audio gods that I kind of felt like I didn't want to let any of that go.
Yeah.
Because it was in so many places. There's 10 different YouTube channels. There's footage on this. There's music up on SoundCloud. All these different SoundClouds and Spotify's. Like, I like kind of separating myself from that for the first time allowed me to focus on like one thing. So that was like the best. That was the best turn of things that's happened.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, and that's I don't know, the bond that you all have created from going through everything that you've gone through is you know, it's unbreakable, and you can see it in your streams. You know, like y'all fuck with each other. You know, y'all. I mean, Steve, you give her shit all the time, but I mean that's y'all's dynamic, and it's funny, it's entertaining. Uh, but y'all are passionate, and one thing I do want to ask about is Nick. You know, you do hair, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I do
So
hair.
how long you been doing that? Where's that at? What, you know?
So I started hair, I graduated in 2010, and then I did it in 2012. So I actually did like my first year I did in college. I was going for nursing, and then I was like, hell no, I'm not doing this. So I just saved up my money from Stop and Shop that I worked at, and then I like paid for cosmetology school,
Hell yeah.
and I did that. Honestly, I just did it because I was like, as a woman, you want to take care of yourself. You don't want to rely on anybody. And I ended up doing that. I literally hated it. But I was like, for some reason, I was so good at it. And I ended up gaining like such a like a good clientele, like with my clients. Like I have such a good rapport with them, and you know, you learn a lot from them. And
Sure.
like I gain like good money from them. They work with my schedule. I'll be able to work from home and like be able to like have my career and stuff like that. But I've always like I taught myself. I've worked in like I will say like 18 different salons. Like I've always just bounced around, but you know, I've always kept my clients cuz they like me, you know. I'm not good with rules, but
No, I feel you. That's, you know, I don't do well with bosses, man.
yeah. So,
Y'all been through so much together, and I'm sure you've had numerous conversations about what your end goal looks like. You know, what are you guys trying to accomplish with these several hustles that y'all are on?
yeah.
I mean, since like the collapse of that project,
Yeah.
the hustle idea has just been the bag. Just the ultimate bag, like the retirement bag that the money just keeps making money off the money.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's the only thing that's constant has in my life has been like a drive to create music or just do something with music, whether it's performance or managing artists or just doing like the Rick Rubin thing and like pulling it out of the artist. So that's it. I mean, I'm just putting 100% in the only thing that it's, I don't even know what the end goal is besides.
The end goal, I feel like for us, is more like making just being happy and like creating, whether it's hair, music, like YouTube content, whatever, helping people. If we can make money off of that and create an image for ourselves and help people throughout that process, I mean, how much better can we get from that? You know, I mean,
Well, every other project or something I've tried where I've had an end goal in mind, it's been too much of like a tunnel vision kind of thing.
yeah.
And I feel like this is the first time when I'm not. I'm just kind of more going with it and just doing what I have always done, but just in one direction, and it's just pushing us towards whatever.
Yeah,
It's
like
picking
we're
don't
the
just
know.
seeing
momentum.
where
Like it's
Yeah,
becoming easy. Like it's working, so it's got to be meant to be, kind of thing.
yeah,
yeah. And it's not like he doesn't work during the day. Like he works a regular job. Like I work and, you know, and we just hustle and just do whatever we can, you know. But I mean, honestly, like having the people on the stream, I think gives us even more drive because like these people are super passionate and they're super like into the like music and they all have like a huge heart, you know?
and
Like
especially the people like me, dude. Like, there's people that are so fucking talented that tell me, "Oh, no one's ever told me this is good." Like, what?
yeah.
Like,
And it's
what?
but that's how like I feel like we never met people that were like us.
Well, yeah. Again, my whole family and friends group
Yeah.
growing up was church people, and
Mine was sports.
if you make anything outside of, I need Jesus, then
Yeah.
you're not making good music.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like we're so different than our families. Like I don't do a fucking sport. He doesn't
No sports.
pray to Jesus every night. Like,
No, thank
you know what I mean? But these people like we connect to so much. And even if honestly like we never made money off of it, I would never regret doing it. Like honestly, like these people are so great at what they do and just great people. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter about
No, and y'all prove that every day, just in the cast of characters that makes up the audio gods.
try.
I
Yeah.
mean, y'all are like the land of the outcasts, land of the misfits.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Breakfast Club.
but you embrace it, you and y'all and King Saturn. I mean, y'all got that rock show every Monday or something, right?
Yeah, we kind of slowed that down.
No one really liked that.
Yeah,
Like
well,
how
I mean, it's a, unfortunately, it's like a dying fad phase, and it's sad for people like us. It is, but you all just stand on who you are,
yeah.
That's all you
and
got.
you've made, honestly, I see a lot of streamers out there. I've been on a lot of shows. You all are one of 3 shows that I would be willing to go on right now out of 10 that I have been on.
I
Oh,
really appreciate that.
yeah, no, that's really sweet.
Like, because I don't know, there's an energy about a review show. Any review show you're talking about, and that also includes the community.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, the
And
community part of it's like the biggest part for me. I don't want to go on there and like sound like I'm judging people or telling people like you're doing this wrong or like I don't like this. Like I would just want to take the years of practice that I've had basically and just like help other people that actually have the same drive and passion as me. And it's awesome that I get to do it basically all over the world. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I've dealt with hundreds of artists just in Jersey over my life, and now like this region, it's awesome.
Yeah, we had somebody in Australia. Like, it's just kind of
Yeah,
cool, like just hearing other people's music, but knowing that like they feel what we feel and they've been through like what we've been through, maybe in a different way.
it's like
But
it's a part of them though. Like it's a
yeah,
part of me. Like I can't explain why. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are the exact same way. If you ask them like, why do you make music? They're like, I mean, I just make it. And those are the best people, the
yeah.
best music. They're like, I just do it. I
I
don't
think
know
it's
why.
therapeutic, to be honest. Like you hear a lot of the lyrics in these people's music. They can look hard as hell and like the biggest guy ever, and they are so broken. And I think that's really what
Absolutely,
it comes down
absolutely,
to.
absolutely, and really, I think a lot of artists and a lot of what drives you, Steve, to do this stream thing and everything is the same thing that drives me to do this interview thing. At the end of the day, we have our ways, and we're a little older, and we want to make certain kind of music, certain kind of art, but that's not what the world wants. But we have a drive to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to create. I think there are just some people in this world that just have to create something every day. I gotta
Yeah.
create something from nothing, and you know, whatever that becomes, and that's what you all support is people who do that in any kind of way. It doesn't matter if it's a generally supported kind of you know, sound or anything, but you all have found a way to support those that are out here making music for themselves and making music for the sake of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
And that's hard to do. That's hard to do. A lot of people in your hustle have not been able to do that. So you're following, you all do have a pretty strong following, and the following that you have is super supportive.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
super supportive.
Super loyal, super supportive.
So
Really great.
talk to me about, you know, the following, how long it's taken to get it, how big it is, what it means to you. Tell me about your following.
So we probably started Saturn and I started the Audio Gods probably about 2 years ago, and sorry, when we got the idea to start doing music reviews, we saw all these other channels doing it, and we just saw like hundreds of people in there sending their music in every night. We're like, oh, this will be easy. We just listen to music all night. And for the first like 6-7 months, we would maybe get one or two people, but we would try to go on for like 4 hours a night, like just hammering. We're just thinking, if we go on for 4 hours a night, 4 or 5 months, that's it, you know?
No, there were nights that he would be on for literally 7 hours, and I'd be like,
Man.
"Babe, I can't do this right now. I'm so tired."
God, hey, that's hustle though. That's determination.
Oh, I
right
get
there.
it.
But so that kind of like the format of that looked good and it was appealing, but like it wasn't sustainable. So then we kind of like centered in on like what would be better, uh, you know, just like easier on us, not killing ourselves for nothing. And then I mean, it's just time. It's time and constant effort, consistency, and they start trickling in. And, it probably took us like a year and a half to get the first 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
What were some of the ways that you networked and gained some of those people, connected with some of those people?
So like I said, we were like never into social media and like the whole thing. Like I've been working since I was 12, like physically working and trying to put music out since I was 10, 11. So I when this shit came in, Facebook, MySpace, I was just like, okay, I'll keep in touch with people. But like that's still kind of the one thing that we don't have really a grip on.
Well, no, I
So
will say like Instagram helps you.
Instagram helps us, but it's literally just word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like Blaze Hunter, the one dude that we work with, I found him by listening to a stereo podcast one day at work, just a random podcast, and at the end he said, "I do music reviews." I was like, "Oh," just checking out his shit. He's just same shit as me. So we linked up, and now we're talking about each other's music, talking about each other's platforms. So like that's always just been the way I do things, and I've just used social media as like an extension of real life to do that.
Okay.
But we definitely need to get into some like ads or some kind of what
For
other
sure.
people.
We kind of spoke on it before, but Nick, I would like to hear your opinion too. You know, everything that y'all doing, you know, the question is, what does success look like to you? And you did speak on that, but you know, in 10 years, where do y'all want to be?
Ooh. I don't think we ever really think that far, but
Well, I do, but it's layered because it's not just the music side of things. It's my work side and everything.
yeah.
What do you
So
do, Steve?
I work with soapstone and slate. I do like
Okay.
countertops, pizza stones, sinks,
Super talented, all by hand.
all by hand.
All right. So all right, so talk about that too. Like what 10 years, what does that look like? Also related to this you know, streaming hustle. What do you want to do?
I mean, that I kind of just fell into. That was actually literally in the backyard of the house that we rented with all the artists. And it came to a point where it was like, I got to make money. So I just like stumbled out there like, you need some help?
Yeah, every
And then-
morning.
So for the last couple of years, I've been learning that. And everyone else has left. It's just me and the owner there. So, I mean, there's like a decent chance that I could either take over or, I mean, I know how to do something that's satisfying again, and I can move on to something else. Since I was 12 years old, I've been doing everything from like tree work, landscaping, construction, everything with my hands. So my body's kind of tired of it, but I get like satisfaction out of it. So I mean, in 10 years, I would like to still kind of be doing something with my hands at the same time. But
maybe a CNC machine.
I just want to make investments that make investments, man. I just want to like start buying properties that just
Passive
like make
income, man.
make me money, get some good stocks, get some good, some good coins and stuff, and just.
So you just want to wake up in the morning and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Nick, would you say that's the same for you?
I mean, for me, like, I like doing hair now, I guess. Like, I don't mind it. And it kind of keeps me, like, on my toes. Like, I'll complain about it all the time because it's, like, petty and annoying. But, like, honestly, it's, like, quick, easy money. And, like, I can work 2 hours and make, like, 3 weeks, like, I mean, a week's pay, like, in, like, a day. So, like, for me, it's, like, I definitely want to start my own hair company. But I don't think I think that's maybe a 2-year mark, 3-year mark. I'm almost there. Slowly getting there. But I think by the end of it, I do want to have my own, like, wedding company and doing that so that I could be with my kids.
Well, that's a big step from hair to wedding. Like, what makes you love doing
hair
that
weddings,
much?
like doing, like,
doing
brides.
hair for wedding. Okay, so what makes you love doing hair so much?
Just people. I get one-on-one time with people.
It's the relationship.
And, like, yeah, it's more the relationship because it's very easygoing. I can have my people come. We can have coffee. We can smoke outside.
And you're making people feel good.
Yeah, I like making them feel good. Like, they'll complain. They'll tell me their tea. I know all my high school's drama, like, and I'm out of it. But, like, it's nice because I'm not the kind of person to go and hang out with people, but I keep a relationship with people, which is nice. And it keeps me connected to people, which is nice because I'm very to myself and I stay home a lot and I don't like doing a lot of things. So that gives me the drive to, like, stay connected to people, and I like that.
Okay. All right. No, that's a really good reason to want to do hair. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't know what the reason could be, but that's the best reason I could think of for sure.
No, and I mean, I'm good at it for some reason. Like, I never really woke up one day and was like, oh, I want to be a hairdresser. But I mean, it kind of just fell in my lap. It was more of a spite thing to not do college.
Felt, bro. Felt. I get that. I get that. So, all right. The last thing is the little curveball thing I got, and I want to hear this from both of y'all. Steve, I feel like this is gonna be a harder question for you because you're more of like an open book. You just tell everybody everything about yourself. Nick, I'm intrigued to hear this, but what is something unique about both of yourselves that most people don't know?
Oh, I don't know, man. My whole family hates me because I just tell everything.
Yeah,
you know
that's kind of what I was thinking for real. Like you there's nothing that you don't tell anybody. I don't know, something weird about elementary school or some shit. Like.
Let's see. I'll help you if you want. You're fucking weird.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. You know what's weird is that, like,
it's a good question.
What you guys would think is weird, like, I feel like we think is, like, normal. So, like, we wouldn't even think that it's weird.
Well, it's not necessarily weird. Just something like, Nick, I feel like this should be easier for you because people know you less.
Yeah. You're very quiet.
Yeah, like you're mysterious on the stream. You are, so we know you do hair. That's pretty much all we know. And you've been with Steve forever through all of his shit. Like,
all right, wait. So this is not me specifically, but this is like my family kind of thing.
Okay.
My parents actually won the $10,000 prize on America's Funniest Home Videos.
No shit. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm looking for. Tell me about that video, bro.
The video was cool.
It was Nun Strikes Out. It was my Aunt Rita. She was a nun. She was playing wiffle ball with my family, and she kept missing the ball, and then she went after my uncles and my grandpa and was smacking him with the bat, and Bob Saget was voicing it over.
Yes.
It was dope.
Sandy Koufax, Mickey Mantle, George Brett, and now, Sister Rosalie.
The excitement is brewing here at Our Lady of the Home Run Baseball Park. Sister Rosalie at bat. Just a little background on this strike one. Unbelievably wonderful person. She's shy, retiring, nevertheless has given most of her life to helping those in need. Strike 2, teaches piano lessons to children, counsels newlyweds, never raises her voice.
Help! 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 Help!
And she cleans pets for charity. Strike 3, she's known by the kids in the neighborhood as Sister Sweetheart. Always ready with a kind word and a gentle pat on the head. Sister Rosalie, no grass grows under her frock. Truly a candidate for future sainthood. Just don't get in her way.
Nick, come on now. What you
Oh,
got?
God. I don't know. I'm not as quiet as y'all think I am, but
What
don't know.
activities did you do when you were a kid? Like elementary, middle school? Were you in drama? Were you in softball? Where did you do anything? Like what was your interest in middle
okay,
school?
so I'm the kind of person I don't like commitment, which is super weird because I've been with Steve forever, but I've literally done everything you can think of. Volleyball, softball, baseball, basketball, soccer, choir, everything. But I quit everything because I'm like bored of it. That's
Okay.
it. Like I'm a quitter.
You're just looking for
No,
your
straight up,
passion.
I am.
You're just looking for your passion. That's all.
Yeah, I'm like, let me just feel it out.
Nothing's
Maybe I'll
hit
like
yet.
it.
Nothing's hit yet. It's okay. I mean, hair's there, but you know.
No, hair is there. I don't know. I just I don't know. What's something weird about me?
Just something no one knows about you.
I'm trying to think. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's something no one knows about me? I mean, I sing.
Yeah, honestly, that is one thing nobody does. I didn't know that. I've seen a bunch of y'all streams. I didn't know that you do music.
Yeah, I
didn't know you
sing,
all.
but I won't perform. But yeah, I sing. I do band lab. Okay.
She rapped live at one of our shows one time.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I don't know. That's really it.
All right, no,
I don't know.
that's
Pretty
all right.
boring.
That's honestly no, it's good enough. It's good enough. You know. So, is there anything else? Yeah, yeah.
I have one for her.
What?
Okay.
She has a tattoo of a happy face on her butt cheek. I gave it to her.
Oh, God.
I gave it to her. That's
It's
a
true.
great thing, dude.
It's actually true.
It's this big. It's really tiny.
It's
just
probably my
two
favorite.
eyes and a mouth.
Is it like a whole circle or is it just the eyes?
No,
and the
it's
mouth?
literally just
okay.
a 2 dots and a smile. Really stupid, but and this is from Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn
Okay.
gave her that.
Saturn gave me
Okay.
this ghetto jailhouse tattoo.
Was it on different nights?
Yeah,
Okay.
we made a tattoo gun.
You made a tattoo gun, some prison house shit.
Well, the one on her butt was when I bought a tattoo gun.
Yeah, that one was all right. That was fine. This probably gave me cancer, but
Cancer.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay. So, is there anything else that y'all want to, make sure that and you know how I use this kind of thing? Is there anything else that you guys want to say that you want said and you want to use for content and things like this? Like, I'll send you this file to use whatever the hell you want with it. You know what I mean? Like, announce what you got coming up. Plug the damn stream. Talk about everything.
I mean, the next big thing, not big thing, but the next cool thing we got coming up is this Sunday, at every last Sunday of the month, we do the Reverend Strange call-in church service where people can call in and ask questions of Jeebus Christ,
I'm not involved
and
in that.
ask questions. Reverend Strange will hook you up with some answers. But I don't know, dude. Like, if anyone watching is into collaboration, and if you're like actually making music, you got a whole community at the Audio Gods that's looking to collab and always creating shit.
Hell yeah. Even if you're a misfit, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Especially if you're a misfit.
especially if
yeah.
you're a misfit.
No, that's facts, and I can tell you that from experience. So, like, these people are a different kind of review stream. They're a different kind of community. They're accepting. They just want to help people grow, and like I said, I'll tell you that from experience. Nick,
Yeah.
is there anything that you want to say to the people?
Just shout out Tom Segura, the comedian. I am actually obsessed with him.
She has an unhealthy crush.
I love him so much. I just want to be on his show, so maybe we could plug that in or something.
No doubt, bro. We'll totally add that. We'll y'all can.
Other than that, shout out Audio Gods, shout out Character. I don't know, and shout out to the people.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Yo, I had a good time getting to know y'all for real. I'm really glad we did this. This has been Karikter Asked It. I'm here with Steve Strange and his wonderful lady, Nick. They are some great people trying to support some great people. Tap in, follow them, and we'll see you next time. This Karikter Asked It.